Hello everybody, welcome to the adjusting VWAP and trading VWAP with the DDF tutorial. So first off, let me show you how to actually get the VWAP in your tradovate. So what you're going to want to do is hover over your graph and go to this place here where it says indicators. Click on it and then go all the way down to where it says explore community indicators. After that, it should be one of the first ones that pop up, but if not, just type in VWAP. Then click install. It does take a little bit. Press OK, and then close. After that, click on where you just clicked, the indicators, and then go to where you just installed the VWAP. The VWAP I installed was called the NOM VWAP, so I'll go to NOM Tools. Then I'll click on NOM VWAP bands, and then choose, I can edit however I want it. Press save, and now I have the VWAP. But now you have the VWAP that's completely unadjusted. So what you have to do is adjust it, and you have to do this before every single trading session. You have to do this daily. So what I like to do is completely zoom out here and then here. Make sure you get every single candlestick in right before this session break here. And then simply change time frames. Go from 1 minute to 15 to 30 to an hour to a day, and then go back to 1 minute. And then adjust it back again, zoom in. And you can see it's actually at a different place than it was before. Now, why do you have to adjust it daily? Well, that's because the VWAP, when you first open up Tradovate, only takes into account the candlesticks that are on the screen. So it's going to take the average of every single candlestick that's on the screen, not all of them that are in the actual trading session. And remember, the trading session begins every day at 6 p.m. due to the Asian market. So now that you have adjusted your VWAP in Tradovate, let's talk about trading with it with the DDF. But before that, let's talk about why the VWAP is important. The VWAP is one of the only indicators that doesn't reprint or change depending on the time frame. And it's the same for absolutely everybody, and it doesn't matter if you're using a 1 minute, a 5 minute, or a 1 day time frame, it's going to be the same for everyone. See, unlike the trend lines or the Fibonacci indicators, which change every single time frame, the VWAP stays the same. And that's why it's an HFT. What is an HFT? An HFT is a high frequency trade, which means a lot of people trade when it hits this level. And by a lot of people, I actually mean hundreds of thousands of bots. Hundreds of thousands of bots that are designed to only trade the VWAP. So as soon as it touches the VWAP line, thousands of bots are going to go and enter a trade in the opposite direction. So if it's coming from below, hundreds of thousands of bots will sell. And if it's coming from above, hundreds of thousands of bots will buy. And why is that? Because they know it's an HFT, and they know that there's a high likely that it's going to bounce or reverse from the VWAP line. So we've actually helped you, and we made 3 scenarios when to trade bounces: strong, medium, and weak. So what is the strong scenario? The strong scenario is when the VWAP and the POC line are on the same exact level, with the DDF going in the opposite direction or slightly neutral. This is a high likelihood of an actual bounce or reversion on the VWAP line. A medium scenario would be when the POC line is further from the price than the VWAP, which means if the price is coming from below and gonna touch the VWAP line from below, then the POC is a little bit further up. And if the price is coming down, meaning it was higher than the VWAP line, and the POC line is actually below. So whenever it's further from the price. So again, when the POC line is further from the price than the VWAP and the DDF is neutral, that's a pretty medium risk. It could bounce or it could just stay the same and keep going. And a weak scenario is when the POC line is far from the VWAP with the DDF going in the same direction as the price. That means it's probably and most likely going to keep going in the same direction and not even bounce. I hope this helped. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.